introduce us.
Okay.
Hello, and welcome back to Mental Misdeeds, episode number 2. We will have, I'm sorry, I'm Dre.
I'm Caleb.
How to do this.
We got the audio figured out, so we're fucking psyched. There's no more echo. There's no screechy sound that makes me want to blow my eardrums out. So we're fucking ready to go, man.
Yeah, that was rough, but we've got it figured out, and it's hopefully going to be figured out from here on out. So hopefully no more technical difficulties. You guys won't have to want to rip your ears off listening to a show. So here we are. It's Tuesday night. Welcome.
We are competing with the President of the United States, so it wouldn't be surprised if nobody watches. I mean, that's there's
so many drinking games that you can create watching the state of or watching him speak. So I understand. If you got to watch us tomorrow, I get it. You know, you got to get drunk every watching him. Fuck up every other word, trying to remember where he is and all that kind of thing.
Well, he thinks we're in the Cold War, so don't. Just
he still thinks it's 1988.
See, I don't need to watch the State of the Union. I've seen the movie Idiocracy and Terry Crews's. It's not going to be much different than that. Just less sincere.
And I never thought ever after watching that movie that we would be in a time where we could draw so many parallels. And it kind of makes me sick. So let's give a shout out to our friend of the show this week. Biggest gun store in Nebraska. Go check out Discount Enterprises Guns. We will link them below later. And they're a giant store. I think they're in Lincoln. They are in Lincoln,
Nebraska. Yep.
All your guns needs, ammo, all that jazz. They have a giant store. So go check them out.
Great website too.
And good website. All right. Yeah. So Caleb, why don't you go ahead and introduce our guest tonight?
Yep. Our guest tonight, he is the co-founder of Chuck and Bill Comedy. He is one of the most infamous comedians in the Midwest. I've worked with him plenty of times, so you'll know what I mean. Bring him up. It's Bill Queen, everybody.
Woo! Hi, Bill. You're on mute.
Infamous, huh?
Infamous. That's rolling with it.
All right, I'll take it.
Yeah, take it.
Although I hate when people recognize me at Target. Like, I'm shut up and let me buy my fiber medicine. Like, go away.
The only person that's ever bothered me at Target was like a Mary Kay lady.
Oh, God.
I was like, they shouldn't be allowed to do this. I'm fucking shopping. Leave me alone. I just want to get my cheap shit.
Just in there cold selling at Target. That is dedication to her job. She really wants a pink Cadillac.
They're trying to cut off the makeup at Target. They camp out in the fucking makeup aisles and then just can get you a better deal on some shitty makeup here.
Oh my God. In high school, I used to nanny for a lady who was independently wealthy, but she was also a Mary Kay lady. She had the pink Cadillac. She had a giant walk-in closet with all her makeup. With all the, Mary Kay shit, we'd go in there and rate it.
She's a girl boss, man. She's a girl boss.
Please, her husband owned one of the most expensive jewelry stores in Omaha for a while.
Isn't that all girl bosses?
Is Mary Kay really good makeup?
I don't know.
Just Avon that hasn't expired yet. Like when it passes the expiration date, it's branded Avon.
I don't know, but their perfumes, Jesus Christ, just take them all off the market, dump them somewhere. Nobody will ever have to smell that shit. How about that?
Because what do they got? There's a couple different pyramid schemes that suburban housewives fall for. It's Mary Kay. There's the leggings one.
That one went out of business.
Oh, that's out of business.
Yeah, my cousin did that one for a while. She ended up sending me a bunch of free merch.
The sex toy one.
Oh, God, the sex toy one.
Yeah, those are all terrible. But yeah,
going to one of those parties is kind of a slice. Like it's different.
I know I put myself out there a lot, but I think I would not want my friends to know what sex toys I was buying.
No.
Like, can I have some privacy?
No, that's my
friend in college bought anal-ease, and I was like, oh, I thought that was a fake thing that people made fun of.
Anal beads?
Anal-ease.
Oh, I don't know what that is.
Or wait, I don't know.
I
It's
know.
something.
I know.
Some
Bill
weird
has a
lubricant that's for the ass.
nickname.
It's very
Yeah, it has a little numbing agent in there.
Oh God, I thought you said anal beads. No, I see. Like you said, man, I put a lot of shit out there. I'm pretty open about who I am, even when I'm on stage and stuff. But my sex life, what's under my clothes, that's kind of where I draw the line. It's just not other people's business. It really isn't.
right.
So I don't know. But
I mean, look, if you want to see me naked, feed me psychedelics.
or subscribe to my OnlyFans. No, I'm kidding. I don't have that. But I was gonna make an OnlyFans because we donate to the one of the cancer hospitals. I was gonna make an OnlyFans where I just roast the kids that they send us every month. But Mia said that would get me kicked off pretty fast. St. Jude's, I think it was.
Oh shit.
At least you didn't say Shriners.
What's wrong with
I can't stand those kids.
Why?
Oh, those commercials are so fucking long.
I've never seen one. Maybe it's because I go to the bathroom during commercials. Who are the Shriners?
I don't know. I usually fast forward.
The Shriners Hospital for Children.
Yeah.
What's wrong with those kids?
You got to see the commercial. It's a really long story, but I mean,
most of them are born like without a limb, or like they're born messed up somehow or some way. Like they can't really live a normal life.
Oh, just get prosthetics.
Look here,
man.
if I donate $19 a month, can you promise me the blanket you're sending isn't the one that kid is touching in the commercial?
They've had the same kid on there forever, but he's got some disease where he doesn't grow. So...
Bro, his head grew.
Yes.
I know you're talking about Alex.
Yes.
Well, I've never seen any of these.
Dude,
I know this
oh my
kid's
God.
name just because he's crippled. Now I'm shitting on him.
What's his little replacement's name? He's even smaller.
Caleb.
Like this kid's
Oh,
Caleb.
fuck.
I just had my 13th surgery.
I'm 13 and I look like I'm 3, but aren't I adorable? Send money.
Oh God, the Sam Kinison bit about that was the best. About the poor kids in Africa.
Oh,
he's like, there's to see this. This is a desert. Nothing grows here. We have deserts in America. We don't fucking live in one. Why don't we move?
What if we started sending meth to the starving countries?
Oh my God.
Like maybe the problem is you're hungry every day. What if we get your eating schedule down to like 3 days a week? Maybe you could produce enough food for everybody.
That actually may be a viable solution. I don't know.
I would just like it if we sent them something other than rice. That's all they ever show on those commercials. Those poor children, they're eating soupy rice.
Well, and like the guy what's funny is the guy that does the commercials, the old guy is like fat. Like, dude's smashing on fucking Italian food right before.
So was Sally Struthers, and she was on TV. All children from the 80s were shamed at every meal about the starving children in Africa because Sally Struthers was on all these commercials. Her fat ass went down to Africa and has the nerve to hang out with these poor starving kids with all her cellulite rolls. I'm going to help you.
You got to read the room, man. You can't send fat people down to go make us feel bad for sick kids, for starving kids. Like, come on.
And think about the poor kids that's got to look. Oh, she's got to be wealthy. Look how fat she is. You know what I mean? And she's giving us this fucking watery rice. Thanks, lady.
Back in like the medieval days, a fat person meant you were rich and in power. Now it's the other way around. Like, poor people are fat now because they just eat dog shit food.
Shit food is cheap. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they don't exercise.
And they don't they can't afford a gym. But I guess your sidewalk's free, so.
Your sidewalk is free, man. So is your floor, Get down on it, do some crunches, do what you gotta do.
If I start walking around now, I might never get on 600-pound life.
Is that a goal? Jesus Christ. They have to cut holes in those people's houses, don't they? To get them out finally?
To get them out, yeah.
When they finally
when you're that fat, there's no coming back from it. Like it gets you people lose 50 to 100 pounds and it's no big deal, but like when you're 400 or 500 pounds, there's really no coming back from that. Like you're done.
There's so much surgery that needs to happen.
Oh yeah, you can't just diet. Like you'll die. Your body needs food at that point to just stay alive.
Actually, I think your body's storing plenty of food, and you could just stop eating for a while.
Oh yeah, I get that's true. It eats itself, I guess. That's you go
Yeah,
through food withdrawals.
I watched, yeah, exactly, and they don't like that. I watched one of those once, and they were in the hospital. You know, they got their stomach staple surgery, and they were bitching to the doctor about how hungry they were because you know after you have that, you can only, excuse me, you have to be on a very specific diet. Like, there's like no sugar for like 6 months or something like that, and that freaks these people out.
Yeah.
And they only get, you know, regular sized people meals, or actually even smaller because they have no stomach. You know what I mean? Their stomach's this big now.
Yeah.
And they just bitch and bitch and bitch. And they're like, you wanted this. You have to, if you want to live, this is what you got to do, buddy. And they're just like, I want my ho-hos and I want them now.
What do those people do for work? Is being fat qualify you for disability?
They can't work.
They collect money from the government.
They have people who deliver them food and enable this awful lifestyle. Like,
we know people like that, right?
And yeah, I'm not going to sit here and let you slander enablers. All right. I've got a couple that I'm pretty dependent upon.
Oh no, we were talking more so the people who are being enabled regarding the food, but yeah, I mean, you know, that works too. We're not to chat. We're missing the State of the Union though, guys. I know that's probably Joe Biden's probably competing with us for viewers right now, so it's probably cutting back. I don't know how many.
Oh geez, yeah. So like I said, the drinking games, that's why people are tuning in. But I popped into a chat right before we went live, and apparently somebody had said in the chat that he has already slurred his words 4 times. And there's constant standing ovations for what? Who the fuck knows? Because he can string together more than one sentence tonight. I don't know.
Yes, I read that he's referred to the Ukrainian people as the Iranian people several times.
Oh,
I can't keep all the countries that are getting bombed straight.
Right? Like, everybody just glosses over the fact that the U.S., at the same time this is going on in Ukraine, we're bombing Somalia and some other country or two. I can't remember, but I remember Somalia. I'm like, why the fuck are we bombing Somalia? I haven't heard shit about them forever.
Genocide.
What are they doing wrong?
I mean, we're
a shithole.
we're mad
trying to make it shittier.
We're mad, and I'm not here to sound like an apologist. I'm not a fan of Putin, but like we're mad that he's doing the same thing we've done for the last 40 years. Like,
yeah, you can't just do this shit and expect nothing to happen. Like, you can't point a gun at someone and then be like, it's fine. I know you're not going to fire it. Cool.
That's a tactic to just accuse the other people of doing what you're doing.
Right. Literally. I mean, they accused him of pulling a false flag to invade Ukraine, which is exactly what he did. But I'm like, you know why you know that? Because that's what we do. Like, we're used to that here because we do the same thing every time someone's got oil or whatever the fuck it is that we want. We make shit up about the opposition and we go in and attack. Like, there's
opposition warfare, yep.
Dude, there's already like what's that? Sorry, go ahead. No.
Oh, I was just gonna say, yeah, he, I think I sent you this meme earlier. He's upset that his place of money laundering washing is now he can't use it anymore. It's too obvious.
Putin? Or Biden?
Biden.
Oh yeah, with his Ukraine.
Biden family, I guess I should say.
Hey,
yeah. Now that this is going on, who's buying Hunter's paintings?
Who's buying Hunter's drugs, man? I doubt he's saved money up.
How many of Hunter's paintings have been destroyed in the war? That's what I want to know. Like, that could be just tragic, man. The Hunter Biden originals have been like they're like like when they what's the city in Rome that got destroyed by the volcano? Vesuvius? Or it was Mount Vesuvius, right?
Yeah.
Pompeii.
Yeah, like when they go and like they find like old art that was covered in ruin in Pompeii. That's what they're gonna do with Hunter Biden's artwork.
Matt Hayward just said, "Bomb back better." Come on, man, it's in the thing. I love it. Perfect.
Oh, Mia, if you go to the top there and click comments to the top right, you can bring the people's comments up when they say stuff. There we go. Yeah, so if they say stuff,
now that he needs to talk tough with Putin, this would have been the time for him to start telling his corn pop stories.
And embellish, because we know he didn't do shit to Corn
He didn't
Pop.
do a goddamn thing to Corn Pop.
He
As
burned
Corn
that
Pop was
material way
walking
too
away,
soon.
he was fucking muttering, "I'd kick your ass" under his
Yeah,
breath.
He's like, I know a thing or two about standing up to bullies. It's like Corn Pop.
I know a
That
thing or
dude.
two about what Joe Biden says in the past. I doubt he actually called him corn pop.
Yeah.
I bet there was a hard R involved, huh?
Yeah, and it starts with an N. That would be my guess, and it'll get us kicked off YouTube. And it's not the word never. We'll put it that way.
And it's not a word that we use in our everyday vocabulary, but I can't speak
Well,
the same for
Well,
Biden.
not every day.
I can't speak for Bill. Just don't get us Rogan'd, man. Fucking shit. But yeah, no, that's what if he just stroked out during the State of the Union?
Dude, there would have to. Can you imagine what they would have? They'd spin that so fucking hard. He had a medical malfunction, and
called a
that's all we're
stroke.
gonna say.
Called a stroke.
And he'll be back next week. We promise.
To be fair, though, they probably wouldn't be able to tell. Because, I mean, it's not like you'd see much change to how he was talking. Like,
Right?
My uncle's
Well,
gonna
just one
start.
side would be dumb.
yeah.
My uncle would immediately start sharing memes about how he's having a side effect to the booster.
Like Bob Saget. That's like, what, dude? Did y'all see the fucking autopsy on Bob Saget?
Somebody
No.
beat the fuck out of that
So,
guy.
because initially they said he hit his head on accident and he went to, it like ruptured an aneurysm or something, or gave him a concussion, and he went to sleep and just died. But the
Yep.
fucking coroner's report said that the trauma to the back of his head was either consistent with being beaten by a baseball bat or falling from a 30-foot building and landing on
Or
your
being
head.
in a fatal car accident. That's when they
Or-
said
yeah.
they've seen these same injuries in those three situations only. Like, he didn't hit his head on one side. His head was hit on multiple sides.
So
He didn't
what?
just bump his head and go to bed. Nice story though.
I could see Bob Saget getting tied in with some not so good people.
Is Nikki Glazer gonna remake her song?
I love you, Bob Saget. That's fucking, what an embarrassment, truly, that she made that song. Do you know what we're talking about, Dre?
I don't. You're gonna have to refresh me. I don't know if I've heard this. I know Nikki
So-
Glazer.
Nikki Glazer, the comedian, she made a song and she like performed it on the piano, like just talking about like her friend, singing about her friendship with Bob Saget, and she tries to sound like a Walmart brand Taylor Swift, and it's just like the singing's not terrible, but it's just so fucking corny. And I'm
Yeah.
like,
Well,
The song is
Bob
awful.
Saget.
the song is terrible. It's a terrible song, but it's just like, I mean, it's, if anything they've said about Bob Saget is true, I think he'd probably make fun of her for making that song. I was never a fan of his stand-up though. I didn't like, it was just like, I watched it and like I'd watch it on YouTube and stuff, and it was really just, he kind of relied on that he was the guy from Full House saying cunt on stage.
Yes.
That's
Yeah, but he had a stand-up career before that, and that's what tanked it. Was him being that corny goofball dad for so many years. Like, it was so cheesy.
yeah.
Like, even people that grew up, I mean, even at the time, we could be like, "Oh my god, there's so much cringe cheese going on here."
Full House.
Mm.
Yeah, I didn't watch too much Full House growing up.
No,
Yeah,
I
I know.
can't say that I did.
We were not a Full House family. It was oh fuck that. Did we watched Fresh Prince because we were white trash, you know? So
Yeah.
We watched Roseanne because we were white trash.
there you go. Different generations. See that.
Bro, I'm telling you, fucking 30 years ago, my mom wished she could be Roseanne.
Shut up.
the comedian Roseanne or the character?
No, the character.
Oh God.
Like, in the show on that shitty house.
Yeah, that's very similar to my mom.
I
then,
just remember. What's that?
I just remember that show came on, like, that breathed new life into my mom. She's like, they're finally showing somebody that represents me.
That's how Dre felt when The Sopranos came out. So
Please, I wish I grew up with that much money.
yeah, no shit, right? Fucking no, I just remember when she went on her tangent after she called that woman Planet of the Apes, that black woman. And I thought the bitch was white. That was the funniest fucking.
She's like, I was on Ambien. I thought she was white.
I thought the bitch was.
To be fair, if you put those two pictures up side by side, she
Which
was
she
spot
did.
on.
Spot on what? Oh, the Planet of the Apes thing?
She wasn't wrong.
She looked Roseanne put the pictures up side by side, and sorry, there's a comparison to be made. So there's some similarities.
Jesus Christ. Is Roseanne still on Twitter?
I don't know. I know she's got a podcast, and she does all her own
podcast.
She did a while ago. I saw her on somebody else's, and they were talking about it. And she's doing her own thing up in Hawaii. Like, she builds roads all the time because it floods so much. She's always got to make a new road up to her crops or whatever she's doing up there. I know she's doing some farming of some sort. Oh shit!
Damn, I didn't know that. She hasn't been on in 2 years. The last tweet was about election fraud. So that's where Roseanne.
Is that already 2 fucking years? Oh god.
Well, year and a half.
That's been a lot of people's final tweet.
Election fraud.
Not even intentionally. You just tweet about it and you're no longer there.
You just disappear. We can't talk about that, but we could in 2016.
Yeah, election fraud or the vaccine. Those are the two that'll get you taken down. Pretty soon it'll be doubting the Ukraine propaganda we're seeing. Like that the ghost of Kiev isn't real and shit like that.
Dude,
what's that?
Hold on. Yeah, go ahead. No, there's been like 4 to 8 things that have been debunked. I want to pull them up here real quick.
Well, you see that there's so much propaganda, and I want to make it clear again. I'm not pro Putin. Fuck that asshole. But there's like, you see these fucking posts, and it's like this old lady walked up to these Russian soldiers and handed them these sunflower seeds and said, put these in your pockets so that flowers will grow when you die on Ukrainian land. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, good for her. That's badass if it's true. But at the same time, if they were really these horrific invaders and this occupying force that wanted to kill everybody, they would have shot you for saying that shit. Like if they were really these horrible war criminals just icing civilians at will, you wouldn't have lived to say that.
I did see the video, and I don't speak Russian. I don't know what she was saying, but that was reported by several sources. So that one I get. But I just sent you in Facebook. It is 8 things so far, including the ghost of Kiev and some other things that they have gotten wrong.
I mean, hold on. The thing with the sunflowers?
Yeah.
So is she saying that, like, over there, they're just pieces of garbage? They're not going to pick up the dead bodies? And you'll just be there long enough to turn into a flower?
We're just going to leave you here.
I guess just dig a shallow hole and throw some dirt, and then they'll grow. I don't know.
They'll grow. Yeah, I mean, you can't. I mean, I understand they don't want to bury them all 6 feet, but like, come on, have some civility here. So yeah, you got. I mean, there's obviously there is an agenda here of 2 things: fear and profit for the military-industrial complex. That's why they're doing this. So that's why there's so much propaganda. So yeah, you sent me. Russian tank that ran over a civilian car was actually a Ukrainian air system, not Russian. Photos of Zelensky in military garb I didn't know this, are from a 2021 Ukrainian border inspection trip. The Ghost of Kiev was a video game. Number 4. Okay, so do you know this? Dre, do you know this reference here? So Ghost of Kiev, identified as Samuel Hyde, is actually a picture of Sam. So Sam Hyde is a comedian, podcaster, prankster type guy.
Yeah.
And there's a picture of him that circulates the internet holding an AK-47 at like an outdoor gun range. So this started years ago. Every time there's a mass shooting, 4chan will get on the internet and tweet this picture of Sam Hyde with a gun and say, this is who the suspected shooter is. And every fucking time some dipshit local news reporter will run with it and be like, this is the shooter, Sam Hyde. And the ongoing meme is he can't keep getting away with it. So someone photoshopped It was a decent Photoshop job. Sam Hyde's face onto some guy sitting in an airplane and said, "This was the ghost of Kiev, Samuel Hyde." And some congressman retweeted it saying, "Congratulations to this hero."
Oh my God. See, this is why you gotta wait. You gotta wait until this shit is verified. Like you can't
we
just
need to react
jump.
now. I need the tweets. I need the retweets, the clicks. It's like fucking heroin.
Ever since the Me Too movement, I've been like, nope, wait and see, because I woke up that morning and I'm like, oh God, I've been sexually harassed at tons of jobs. I should nope, I'm gonna wait before I post this hashtag and jump on this train. And by the time I got to work and got online, I was like, oh no, I'm not getting on this fucking train. Fuck this shit.
I mean, look, Louis had to go perform in fucking Ukraine the other day because he got me too. So.
During the war.
Yeah.
They wouldn't have him until nobody else would come.
He canceled it, and CNN was like, I guess, like arguing. Someone on CNN was like, no, Louis still performing. It's still, they haven't taken it off the theater's website. I'm like, yeah, because the guy that does the booking is probably dead. He probably hasn't taken, the theater's probably in pieces.
And didn't we hear something about them not having internet and Elon Musk having to come to the rescue and help them out with that? Like maybe that had something to do with it. I don't know. Or maybe, just maybe, updating their website isn't at the top of their priority list this week.
Priority number one.
I don't know. Call me crazy if bombs are going up.
Man. Tickets are selling like hotcakes to this show, guys. Fuck.
Bombs are going off. It's time to laugh.
I mean, we performed through COVID. I would happily do it through a war. No, it's
No, the U.S. has always sent, famous comedians over to wherever our troops are to, try to bolster spirits. I get that. But like.
Not in the war zone, though. Not being shot.
Right. And it's not like the people of the war zone are invited. Like they don't want to laugh right now. They want to survive till tomorrow. God damn it.
Yeah.
I'll do a USO tour, Matt Lauer style. Every place I go to, I'll lie about being shot at while I'm there.
Oh no, I thought it was Brian Williams. Matt Lauer was the rapist. Matt Lauer was the rapist.
The bombs were both going off shit. when I landed wherever the fuck it was, but
he was in the helicopter getting shot at or whatever.
Yep, like Hillary.
Do you remember when Geraldo took a gun to Afghanistan?
Shut the fuck up. No.
Yeah.
What happened?
I was a little kid, but I remember seeing it on the news and like on YouTube videos. There's a video Geraldo went over to Afghanistan and he was like, I'm doing a live report from the battlefield. Now you're probably wondering why I'm traveling alone. Well, I got this. And he like flashed his gun. And of course they got shot at like not 5 minutes later and he was in the ditch first thing. The guy wanted nothing to do with that.
He probably didn't even know how to fire that fucking gun.
He probably never shot one before. Oh, fuck. Okay, photo of 2 children, girl in pink with teddy bear, boy saluting, watching convoy pass her from 2016. Photos of a woman saying goodbye to her man, going off to fight Putin's Russians is from a movie. Snake Island martyrs were not killed. The video shows 82 being transported to Sevastopol. Her blood is on his hands. Old lady photos that are from the front page of The Sun, The Mirror, The Guardian are actually images from years ago. It's the same thing with the kids in cages. It was from the Obama administration.
Years ago. So the thing about the soldiers on whatever island that is, first they said it was 13 soldiers that refused to surrender and they all were shot down. Now it's 82 that surrendered and they have footage of it. I just love that this is getting debunked as it's coming out. Fuck yes, finally.
Yeah, I mean it is a concerning situation though. I don't want to like
obviously, but I want the truth and the facts of the matter.
Sure.
That's all I give a fuck about. Like I don't care your slant on it. Just tell me what's actually happening. Don't make shit up.
We don't need propaganda.
None of that, and you'll like it. All right.
Exactly. Yeah, that's kind of how I feel.
You'll get pro-war propaganda. Dude, they tried to lie about Russia influencing the election. They tried to lie about Syria. They fucking tried to lie us into several wars with nuclear powers, And it's just like I was saying on my last podcast. Obviously, I'm not a huge Trump fan, but everyone called him a Russian asset just because he didn't want to have a stringent, like, I don't think it's the worst thing in the world that we have a cordial relationship with people who can blow up the world. Call me crazy,
Crazy.
Like,
oh my God.
We've all had that nutcase neighbor. You're not an asshole to that guy. You're not.
No,
you don't have
you
to hang
stand
out with him every
with that
weekend. You don't have to
But
hang
you
out with him.
smile and wave.
Yeah, when he's beating the shit out of his wife, I don't do anything. I don't want to be the. No, I'm just kidding.
Caleb's fine with domestic abuse as long as it doesn't impact us negatively.
He says he loves her and he treats her like that. He barely likes me. I'm not getting involved.
Good fucking point.
That's true. Because that guy, look, man, DV ain't a long stint in jail. That guy will come back and burn my fucking house to the ground. I am good. Fuck that noise. Fuck that noise.
His cousin will show up trying to collect money to go put on his books.
Oh my God.
Jesus Christ.
He needs that commissary.
That's so I don't know. I just look at so Congress was told today that the war could be 10 to 20 years in Ukraine, between Ukraine and Russia. I don't think there'll be anything left of Ukraine if it goes that long.
How do you come out and say something so bold like that? With did they give any explanation as to why they came to that number of years?
No, just like they never give any explanation for anything they do. Look at the fucking lockdowns and the mask mandates and all the other asinine shit they did. It's just all lies. It's all lies.
Yeah. So we were talking about mushrooms earlier, and
yes,
Bill was telling me something this weekend that I found very interesting. He is a comedian, so he does do some traveling for stand-up gigs. And where did you have to go? How far away?
7 hours. So,
and how did you had to drive, yeah?
Yeah, drove. 125 milligrams of psilocybin so you don't fall asleep on the road, and you just fucking hit it.
No stops.
I needed gas.
Oh, okay.
You gotta pee, yeah, right?
Jerked off at a couple of rest stops.
Oh, lovely. That's just lovely, Bill.
That's what they're there for.
Oh, God.
I'm supposed to do it in my own car? Gross.
I thought at rest stops you were supposed to employ someone else to do that for you.
No,
You're a self-service guy?
Yeah, I have a weird line there. Not that I'm opposed to getting serviced at rest stops, but never in Missouri.
Oh, that's fair.
Do you see the people at Missouri rest stops?
That's fair. I pulled up at a truck stop in Wyoming one time, and just to go in and fucking use the bathroom, and it was like 3 a.m, and I honked the horn, like double tapped the horn real quick. Next thing I know, I see a dude and a girl in the back of the SUV next to it both pop up and start looking their heads around. Guy comes out, he's like, "Why the fuck you park so close to me, man? It's a big fucking parking lot." I'm like, "I'm not gonna snitch. I know what you're doing. I'm not gonna snitch on you. Go finish. Sorry I ruined the moment." Fuck.
He ruined the moment by getting out of the car.
Yeah,
dude, finish your business.
You should have rolled with it, man. You got to stay cooler than that.
Right? Like you weren't going near him out of your car, were you?
Wasn't trying to join in, no.
I pulled into a rest stop not far from Nashville, and these dudes were there selling their mixtapes.
Shut up.
Did you buy one?
Negative.
Were they actually cassettes or were they CDs?
CDs.
Well, at least
and even though it's a CD, it's still called a mixtape.
Yeah, it's a hip hop mixtape. So I went one time. I was going to Florida, and I stopped. I was driving to Florida, and I stopped at a gas. I just had to fucking piss, man. So I stopped at 1:30 in the morning at a gas station in East St. Louis. Let me tell you, I've never been so glad to have. I can't. No, I'm not going to say that because it's a felony. I'd admit to, but I've never been so glad it's on the other side of Missouri. So yeah, I'd never been so glad to have a phone that I could dial 911 if I needed help with.
I got a story for you.
What's that?
Pre-phones. My wife is from the St. Louis area.
Yeah.
We were driving down there in the 90s, and I didn't even have any maps with me. I've done it before. I know how to get there. Until we rolled into downtown St. Louis, and the highway is closed for construction.
Oh shit.
And so we're just driving, and the next exit I see says it's Martin Luther King. Immediately, I think of the old Chris Rock shit. Like, don't go to Martin Luther King Street. That's where violence happens. And so we just kept going down the highway. And then I see a gas station, almost like a mirage. You can just see the lights in all the darkness. And we go there. And when I go inside to get directions, the black lady working behind bulletproof glass is looking at me like she's seeing a ghost. She tells me where to go, and she says, you can't go there fast enough. Like, you get the hell out of here.
Get the fuck out.
I go outside, but I light up a cigarette because I'm not smoking in the car with my kids. I just remember a minivan pulls up. The side windows were just cardboard boxes.
Yes.
There's a couple of bullet holes in the door. And this dude just goes, hey, yo, what's up with you? And I threw my cigarette down, said nothing, and I drove really fast. And now every time we go down there, my brother-in-law still talks about how I was in Washington Park at 3 a.m. and survived.
With your children. Good job, Bill.
Hey.
Yeah, right across the street from Larry Flint's Hustler Club.
Oh, nice.
Oh my God.
East St. Louis is more hazardous to your children than secondhand smoke, to everyone listening, for future reference. So.
Yeah, there's another Chris Rock, or I don't know if it's Chris Rock or somebody else talking about, you're in a bad neighborhood when there's a baby selling crack at 2:00 in the morning on the side of the street in East St. Louis. Chappelle.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
There's a fucking baby out here. It's 2:00 in the morning. What the fuck's going on? This baby's all alone.
I don't want to be lost in any neighborhood where the litter blowing around is empty bags of hot Cheetos.
Jesus Christ.
Exactly. Scientific libertarian says nothing gets people to support a war with Russia like a State of the Union address that makes everyone want to die.
Well, they could just go to East St. Louis. It'd be quicker if that's what they want to do.
Right?
So that's no, you're fine. Don't worry about it. Mia accidentally clicked it. Mia's our behind the scenes producer.
No, that's perfect. Yeah.
Just wanted to see what it said. No, she's supposed to be doing that. Yeah, she's supposed to the interaction and stuff so we can talk to people. That's part of the fun of live streaming is we can talk shit to people. Like I used to get hecklers all the time.
Really?
Back in the day. Oh yeah, people used to fucking There was that one guy that just
on BNC.
No, on here. Back when I used to do that solo show.
Oh.
This guy used to fucking comment and like it was funny because like he would talk shit, but like it'd be like, oh, you're a terrible comedian, blah blah blah. That's a dumbass point that you just made, blah blah blah. And like, but all of the comments were about things like 17 minutes into the video. So I'm like, obviously you stuck around, dude. Like you're a fan at that point, whether you want to admit it or not.
You're a fan, buddy.
It's in my TikTok bio. It says if you're looking through my stuff right now, that still makes because you're mad. That still makes you a fan. Like that's.
I need to start making TikToks. I spend enough time on there watching other people's.
You should. Mia sends me TikToks all the time. It's not the kind of TikToks I make. I've been banned. I had a couple of videos banned from TikTok.
That's what I'm afraid of. Is I'm just going to get banned, and then I won't get to enjoy all the people that I've started to follow.
We got trailed off from his story.
Oh, fuck yeah. Sorry, Bill.
Oh, that was the story.
Oh.
I don't think you talked enough about your little road trip. So you said the milligram amount. How much is that in like baggage weight? Is that a quarter?
And remember, this is a comedy show, so this is all satire.
Satire.
Yeah. You want to know how you can't take me seriously is because I don't know how much like psilocybin is supposedly in an eighth.
See, I've only allegedly fucked with that a couple times, so I don't know.
I only allegedly know how much is in it and how much it takes to get certain people fucked up. So
I had 4 pieces of candy.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it was candy form?
Yeah, chocolate bars.
Oh God, those are almost extinct. Good for you.
They're legal in Denver now, or is it just decriminalized?
California, I believe.
Oh, they're like you can go buy one at the store.
Yeah.
Oh shit, I didn't know that. Hey, do you want to go to California, Mia? Okay. Maybe we can go after.
No,
that.
I thought they were just discontinued because they were having issues with the chocolate and the psilocybin. I don't know. I
They
could have.
kept killing people's dogs.
Yeah, you got to keep that shit up, man. Keep it up in the corner.
If I got to go out, I'd go out like that dog.
No, see, it doesn't kill him. We had a friend whose dog got into a bunch of edibles and it didn't kill it. It just fucked it up. And it's like, it like limps to the side when it walks and shit. And it was having seizures and stuff. It's not
Those
a
are
chihuahua.
THC edibles, not like mushroom edibles.
There's something in THC.
A different animal.
Yeah, dogs can't. Mushrooms are fine. It just makes them like throw up, but they live. There's nothing wrong. You know, it's not like an emergency.
They probably don't have a very fun time. They're like, what the fuck? Why am I seeing weird shit?
Yeah, I read this post on Reddit. This guy's he dropped his acid tab and fell into his dog's mouth, and his dog took it. But they said the dog was fine. They're like, you just got to babysit it like you would a human that had never done acid before. He's like, yeah, it's like walking around exploring the house for the first time. Dog had fun. Said he was having a good trip.
Well, it's a good goddamn thing because it could have gone very badly if the dog had a bad trip.
Dude, you're telling me 15 years old, I thought I was getting abducted by aliens because the fucking air conditioner turned on outside, and I thought that was the spaceship coming to get me. So yeah.
You were a tougher 15-year-old than me. I was too scared of anything other than weed at 15. I didn't start getting into anything else until I was like 18 or 19.
Yeah, but you were a tougher adult than me because that was the last time I did it. So.
Oh, yeah. When I was 18, 19, this was an every weekend experience.
I got no room to talk. I was snorting crank at 15.
Oh, well.
You were taking it fucking seriously.
It's the gold standard. Is crank crack?
No.
Meth. Okay, that's okay. I didn't know. So I'm not into the poor people drug terminology.
Well, crank is when the bikers still made it. It was made in America. It was a much lower quality product.
Oh, okay.
And then the cartels came along and started making the pure shit.
Mm-hmm.
And like the media had to vilify it. And so they needed a new name. Like, it was really hard to make crank sound evil. So they came up with it's meth. Yeah, that sounds evil. Call it meth.
Meth is that is a pretty scary name. Now it's all just laced with fucking fentanyl.
Ugh,
dude,
gross.
we have started watching that show on HBO called Euphoria. You ever hear of that?
No.
It's like this. It's like about these. It's like high schoolers. It's like Zoomer high schoolers. And let me fucking tell you, I will never let my children go to public school watching this. Like, it's like these kids are all like fentanyl addicts, and like one of them's a transgender that meets up and has sex with like middle-aged men and shit like that. And yeah, it's
oh my god,
on the internet. It's fucking fucked up, dude. This whole show is like the whole thing is fucking. But it's not like, because I had that issue with that Licorice Pizza movie we went and saw. It's not glorifying it. Like, it's clearly showing it in a negative light. And I don't have that kind of, it is uncomfortable. And all the actors are like 25, but it's still uncomfortable. The concept of like kids doing that shit. But dude, that's like, yeah, it's a fucking crazy show. Y'all should check it out. It's dark. It's very exhausting. She likes to just binge that. Euphoria.
Euphoria, okay.
Yeah, she likes to just binge that shit because she's into the true crime, and she sits there. She works in an office for 8 hours a day, and it's just nothing but serial killers and Annie Letterman in her head. So, like, those are the two podcasts she bounces back and forth on. Annie Letterman's a comedian. She's very vulgar. She's coming to Omaha in May. We're going to see her. So
nice. I know I've heard the name. I can't place her, but
yeah, I'm sure she's great, but I won't be there.
No, it's not my shtick, not my thing.
I do comedy. I don't watch comedy.
We don't watch a lot of. We don't watch a lot of comedy either. I don't. I try not to expose her to it, and then me myself, I'm just I can only take so much of one thing. Why don't you watch it though?
I never have.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. The first time I did an open mic, it was because somebody dared me to.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't have dreams of doing this.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just went up It was fun. I made some people laugh. And so I just kept showing up to open mics. I didn't have any goals in comedy. It was like another dude my age might treat bowling. Like it was the release from my daily life.
Yeah. Something
And
fun
then-
to do.
Yeah, and then one day a dude goes, "Hey, I do a Friday night show. Would you be interested in showing up for $10?" And I'm like, "Whoa, they're gonna pay me money now?" Like,
Cool.
Fuck yeah.
so yeah, I just keep hitting these milestones that I never wanted to get to. But I honestly like being recognized in a Target. Like, leave me the fuck alone. You're making me not like this shit anymore.
Have you see? I got recognized at a bar. Yeah, I got at a grocery store one time, and then another time we were at the Embassy Suites in Kansas City, and we were there for our anniversary. I was not doing comedy. We were there for our fucking anniversary, and I'm walking down this elevator to go out and get something from the bar, and this lady goes, "Hey, I saw you at the comedy club tonight." I'm like, "No, you didn't." And she's like, "Yeah, I did." I go, I was not at a comedy club tonight. She goes, "Oh no, that was back in wherever." I'm like, "Oh, well, that's weird that you thought of me. I'm glad I left that kind of impression." But what's that comment say? Sorry.
Just a podcast that Mia should check out.
Microaggressions. Macroaggressions. Okay.
I'm gonna check that one out too.
Is that a chick podcast?
Fuck those microaggressions. I'm sorry if the way that I speak bothers you, but I'm not changing now. I'm an adult.
What even is a microaggression? Has anyone ever explained it?
Okay, so if you ask someone with an accent where they are from, that's a microaggression.
That's called I'm curious where they're from.
Right? I want to know what accent that is. I like it. I'm an American. I love all other accents. You know what I mean? Like, I'm interested to learn about the world. Like, fuck me for being curious about you, you know? Like,
So you mean the last time I went to Georgia, they just kept microaggressioning me? Like, hey, kept hearing, "Hey, you're not from around here, are you?" Like, really? What fucking gave it away?
The teeth, man, the teeth. That's what gave it away.
I mean, look, if I take my teeth out, then I fit right in if I don't talk.
So what's another example of a microaggression? Would it be like assuming someone's gender?
Excuse me, sir.
I think so. I'm pretty sure that's one. That's probably a macroaggression, assuming someone's gender and then calling them sir or ma'am.
Yeah.
Now it's a couple years ago it was probably micro. Now it's probably macro.
When I don't want to sound like a boomer here, but when I was a kid, a microaggression was like you shoved somebody, and a macroaggression was like you pulled a firearm on them or a knife or something like that. Like that,
right?
That's what. But we didn't call it that. We just called it violence. We just had a blanket term for it. Maybe.
Basically,
back when words meant something.
A microaggression is anything that bothers you that's not actually violence.
Oh, okay.
And it's
Like
not even intended to bother you
Yeah.
or offend you in any motherfucking way.
If it's not actually aggression, but it bothers you, you've been microed.
You've been micro.
Damn. I don't want to get. I've been micro. I gotta go back and think of all the people.
And
that's
I
wronged
guess
me.
the only appropriate response to being microaggressed is to have a fucking hissy fit like a 2-year-old. That's what I've seen. I don't know.
But isn't that a microaggression in its own?
You would think.
Or is that just?
I don't want to
Is
hear
that
your
it?
hissy fit.
No, that's drawing attention to the problem. How could me fixing things be an aggression?
Well, no. I mean, I was watching someone shared a fucking TikTok on Facebook the other day, and it was this rapper, and he's rapping about all this gangster shit. He's gonna kill you, blah blah blah, and then he uses the word microaggression, and I'm like, dude, all your
Shut the
fucking
fuck
street
up.
cred, all your street
God.
cred, everything just went out the window. You used the word microaggression.
You shouldn't even know that word if you're
What
tough.
rhymes
fucking,
with
oh
that?
my God.
That's true. Everything aside, he did rhyme it with something, and that's actually fairly impressive. But
What's he
I
gonna
don't
rap
know.
about next? All my homies going to the fucking daycare to pick up their baby. I mean, like, give me a
Dre,
fucking
you're
break.
so
How
white.
super soft. You're super soft at that point. You've lost all your street cred, all rap cred, all of it's gone.
No, he's gonna rap about his pronouns next.
Jesus.
That's the next stop. My brother started seeing a girl. I'm not going to name drop her or anything, but he shows me her Instagram. Yeah, he shows me her Instagram, and it's she's got her pronouns in her bio, and I'm like, oh no, this is gonna be a problem.
Yeah,
this is gonna be a problem. A microaggression is when a purple-haired toddler gets offended that you misgender them at a Whole Foods. Well, I don't go to Whole Foods, so I'm incapable of that.
Yeah, fuck Whole Foods, whole paycheck bullshit. Like, I'm sorry, you do not have healthy food there. Suck my ass.
I think me at a Whole Foods would be like Marilyn Manson at a church. Like, I think that would be a good comparison. I don't know how well I would fit in there. That's
Bill, how do you feel about Whole Foods? You frequent
I've
that
never once
spot?
been into a Whole Foods.
He just learned what Whole Foods is today.
The only time I've gone to Whole Foods is when I used to work like really close to one, and they have like buffets of hot food of all different sorts and the salad bar, so you can go in there and like get buffet items and eat it right there. That's the only time I've ever fucking been in there.
Yeah, and you know what? It's like I've been there for that, and it's like one fucking sandwich is like what it would cost to feed 2 people at Subway.
And it's fucking overpriced, yeah.
What were you saying, Bill? About
I have an enabler upstairs that just buys all the food. Like, it's not always what I want or what I like, but I'm not starving.
Yeah,
and I didn't have to go get it myself.
That's nice, isn't it?
That's good work if you can get it. So we started talking about this is called a callback. Started talking about the enablers, and now they're back.
Yeah, shout out to my wife. She's fantastic.
See, mine doesn't buy me food. Like she Venmos me for half of it. We go to the grocery store, but it's like we
So you go together?
Yeah, we do usually, or I just go
because
we run out of food, and we've eaten out for 4 days in a row, and I'm just tired of it. So.
No, bro, my wife rules. She's got a real old school mentality.
Yeah,
she buys the food, she cooks the food, she gives me the food. Like, yeah,
she clean up.
She does.
She's a triple threat then.
Does she have a job?
She does.
Outside the home?
She does.
She's a fucking trooper, man.
Yeah,
wow,
she's a beast.
See,
that's why you never met her. She's busy doing shit.
Mine puts up with my shit. I think that's pretty good, considering I never know where I'm going to be in 3 days. Stuff pops up, but it's like you've met her, Bill. You said she's got the whole racially ambiguous thing, so she can get away with whatever.
I'm super jealous of her.
Yeah,
I feel like I would get recognized a lot more if I was racially ambiguous like she is.
Yeah. Well, she's a Native American woman, and she's epileptic. I have told her several times that's triple big 3 right there. I will retire from comedy and write jokes for you, because you can say whatever the fuck you want, and everyone will book you. There isn't a goddamn. We'll have her on Legion of Skanks in 6 months. I tried to get her to sign up for Woke Turn Olympics, but she said absolutely not. So
they could never cancel her.
No, she could say whatever she wanted.
She checks too many boxes. They're like, we don't her, but what can we say? What can we do? She's this. Fuck it. We gotta let her do what she wants.
I almost got canceled for just thinking about the things I'd be able to say if I was her.
Mia, what do you
say? I just thought them.
You got a microphone. What do you say? Do you want to do it? You want to go for it? You got a mic in front of you?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
There's that. Never mind. That's a one word answer. I got shut down. I gave it a shot.
Well, you know what? She was very, very against being on any podcast for a while. She's coming around, so maybe she'll come. Give her some time. Maybe she'll come around to this.
She won't. I guarantee you. I'll bet you $1,000.
You got to treat it like ass fucking, man. You can't just ram it in there. you just start doing asshole stuff, little bits at a time, and before you know
God,
you're 2 fingers deep.
Oh my God.
You just keep prying her, man. She'll be on camera before you know it.
Oh, cameras!
boy.
I don't. See, there's no audience on a camera. Like we're live. There's people watching, but there's no one in front of her. That's where it is people in front of her.
The
I
whole
don't-
live on stage thing. Yeah, I get that. That's very different than this. That's very different.
Just judging the shit out of you. Not you.
Judge
just
them right
everyone.
back. Judge them right back.
I remember like when I first started figuring it out, like it was when I got banned from a venue. But I went on stage and I looked at the whole audience before the show and I'm like, these are all college-aged white women. Like, I'm gonna eat a dick up here. I'm
You're
gonna try
fucked.
and so I tried to water down my set, and they still
Oh,
didn't
boy.
like it. And that's where I got booed and shit like that. And I'm like, okay, I'm not going to change who I am for people that don't like me anyway. So and I figured it out halfway through the set when I went, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna burn this bitch down. Here comes a transgender suicide joke, and like I was like, they don't like me, I'm going down with the ship, god damn it. And that was, yeah, I'm banned from that venue now. So.
I surprisingly do well with college kids.
Really?
That's insane.
Yeah, because
They have no sense of humor.
Well, no. If I just do like my marriage jokes, a lot of times I can remind like 40% of the audience of their shitty dad.
Yeah. See, that's different. They expect it from someone that's your age to say it. When it's someone that's my age, how could this problematic? You know, it's a difference.
I hate that I can't use that word anymore. It's been co-opted and I won't use it. Yeah, problematic. See, Bill, I can't believe that the college age kids, like, I love your shtick about your wife and all that jazz, you know, like, tell the folks how your marriage is and what happens if somebody leaves.
Like, oh, whoever leaves has to take the kids. But like now the kids are like, that's why we've been together so fucking long. Like, nobody wants them. Me and her have never been the problem.
It's the kids. Whoever leaves takes the kids. It's a brilliant.
I believe he said takes all these shitty kids.
Yeah, takes these shitty kids. Get them the fuck out of here.
Dude, dogs are more like fucking divisive in marriages than kids. Like, you think, like, you have kids
can
together.
Take the goddamn dog too.
Fuck that dog too. I don't give a shit. I want out.
Like you. I mean, you got kids together. I mean, yeah, you get divorced, but you still get to see them on weekends and shit. But there ain't no law about that dog. One of them's just gonna take it, and it's probably gonna be out of spite if it's nasty. You know, like I just fake my dog's death. That's what I would do. She ran away.
Oops,
Hey, look,
she's gone. Can't
at this
get
point,
visitation.
if she leaves and takes the kids, I'm looking to have as few responsibilities as possible. Like, take that fucking dog.
Take the house? No.
Of course.
Oh, okay.
I'm living in a fucking Chevy Equinox for a couple of weekends till I find a place.
Good luck in this fucking market, man. With the Equinox as well, you're not going to find either. There's literally nothing. There's no vehicle.
No, he already has the Equinox, luckily.
Right? Oh, okay.
He doesn't need to buy that. He's just gonna drive it to somewhere he can sleep.
Yeah, and then the driver's side seat warmer doesn't work, so I got to sleep on the passenger side.
That's better anyway, especially if you got the car running. Because if you're sleeping on the driver's side and you're drunk, whether the car is rolling or not, DUI.
Yep. See, I had a friend who his girlfriend kicked him, or they got in a fight or something. She kicked him out, and he just went driving, and it was like in the middle of the day, like in July, and he went to sleep in his car, just in the Cabela's parking lot, and it was like 100 degrees outside. And when he went to sleep, the car was running, but it had like 30 miles to empty. And this dude fucking, like, he would sleep for like 5-6 hours, and he woke up and the car engine, it ran out of gas. So like he was like a dog in a hot car, and he like fell out. He's gasping for air. Had to go inside and see if they'd give him something to do, like buy a water or something. Fucking sucks, man. Poor guy. So don't go to sleep in your car with the AC on if you don't got a full tank of gas. That's the moral of the story.
I
We just
mean,
did. What's that?
my goal is to not have to sleep in my car.
That's
I think
always
that's
a
a
goal.
good goal.
If I'm not, I have too much shit to live in my car, man. I don't know how I'd have to get a storage locker or something. I don't know how I'd do it.
You
But,
could live in the storage locker.
That's actually not a bad idea.
Get one of those, temperature controlled ones. You're set. It's super cheap. I mean, $100 a month for a big one.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
I bet you could sign into the guest Wi-Fi.
Yeah, but all the good porn sites are blocked on that. So what are you gonna do there?
But you got to be in and out of there during the hours of operation. You're locked in.
I'd go to work or try to find a job or just go bullshit around town or something. But yeah, I just need somewhere to sleep. Dude, the new thing is like people will buy shipping containers and live in that. I keep getting advertisements for them.
Where are you supposed to put it? You have to own land to put it on. You can't just.
They put it on land. They own land. They buy the land, and instead of building a house, they get like a $10,000 shipping container, and they just make a house out of that.
Do they get indoor plumbing in there? Like,
I don't know, but it's my retirement strategy, so I hope it does. I'm getting another look.
Caleb, you're gonna be poor in retirement.
I'm a millennial. I'm never gonna retire. That's the joke on you. Think I'll touch Social Security? I met with a fucking financial advisor the other day. You know what he told me? He said, the good news is if you keep saving money at this rate, you'll have $2.5 million by the time you retire. The bad news is that'll be the equivalent of $200,000 in today's money.
Well, yeah, if, the printing machine continues to go brrr during the war.
I'm not retiring.
No. I'm going to work till I die.
Zero about my lifestyle that makes me confidently believe I have another 20 years in me. I'm gonna be 46 this year.
You've made it this far.
I'll make it as far as I get, but I'm not changing my lifestyle.
No, it's better to live a happy 60 years than a miserable 90.
Yeah, I'm gonna continue to sip whiskey and smoke cigarettes.
Well, what are you gonna do?
Do what makes you happy.
You do what makes you happy. It's like you see these people that are like 85 years old, and they're like, you gotta fix your diet. For what? Why? So I can live another 3 instead of 1? Like, fuck off. You got a bit about that. I think I don't want to expose all your bits on here, but I was like, I don't blame anyone that doesn't listen to their doctor once they hit 85.
Right.
85.
Like
I don't listen to doctors now.
Especially not that asshole Dr. Fauci, right?
Well, I mean,
that guy's not.
I try to be mindful of my health.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where like I try to stop taking in sugars. I quit drinking pop.
Mm-hmm.
Like no more Dr. Pepper for me, because sometimes my vision would go blurry and my toes would kind of tingle in the mornings. Like, yeah.
Holy shit.
I don't go to the doctor. So I just self-diagnose myself with diabetes, and I'm cleaning it up as best I can.
Well, it sounds like you were pre-diabetic. I had a security guard who was diagnosed at my old job, who was diagnosed at 25 as pre-diabetic. He said diabetes ain't even fucking real. Didn't change anything. He died at 53 of diabetes complications. So that's.
I mean, look, I try to exercise.
Yeah.
I do 50 push-ups every day.
Fuck yeah.
I'm 50 push-ups stronger today than I was yesterday.
That's right.
That's what's up. Well, we just did an hour. We should probably wrap it up. Do you got anything you want to plug, my friend?
Backlinecomedy.com. Comedy After Dark, first Saturday of the month. If you're in the Omaha area, that's where to find me. Anywhere else, I stopped using social media, so you'll never know. Like my out-of-town gigs really are on the promoter to fucking bring people. But I mean, I'm going to tweet to the people of Sandoval, Illinois. Like, I've never fucking been there. I don't have no fans there.
Sandoval, I'm coming your
way.
Southern Illinois rules because they don't let you smoke in bars. So like most of the bars just built big garages or like outdoor buildings right next to the bar, and everybody hangs out in there and smokes.
That's
Nice.
awesome. And they have you performing there, don't they? They're like, fuck the
Yes.
main bar, come out to where everybody's in the smoking barn anyway. Just go out there and do it.
Like, oh yeah, people are bringing you like half joints to the stage while you're in the middle of a bit, and I'm like, well, thanks, man, but you're really kind of fucking with my timing here.
Well, that's what I've always like. I've loved when like a local comic gets put in a bar show in some no-name town, and he posts it in his personal Facebook. Pierre, South Dakota, I'm coming your way. Like, you have no friends from Pierre, South Dakota. That's not going to promote it at all. Like, no one knows.
Well, my thing, I never put my shit on Facebook because my Facebook is like 9 family members and then 604 comics.
Yeah, they're not coming to your shows.
Fucks no, they're not coming to the show.
No, I don't expect them to come to mine, or they don't expect me to come to theirs. I'm not going to expect them to come to mine.
Like,
So
fuck, even if I'm booked on the show with you, I'm not even watching you.
Yeah,
like, let alone paying money to get in.
Dude, I host my own show. I don't fucking watch the people I book. You fucking kidding me? Like, unless it's like someone that I haven't seen and I'm actually in, man, I'm not gonna watch the people I fucking book. I've heard it all 100 times. Get the fuck out of here.
That's true. There's at least like 10 comedians in Omaha could do their whole entire bits because I've seen them so many times at open mics and shows and stuff. But it doesn't, that luckily for me, that doesn't detract from when they get it right and they're at a show and they've got it down pat.
Mm-hmm.
That should detract. If you're consistently hearing somebody at an open mic saying the same shit they're saying at a booked show, like, pick up a fucking ink pen, douche.
No, I mean, like, when they finally get it like all worked out. Like, I've seen the working out of the bit during the open mics, and then you see the show and you're like, oh, good, you really clean this up and now it's tight. That's awesome. I love to see that.
But if you're in the St. Louis area, I got some new plugs down there. I'm going to be coming that way.
Fuck yeah.
We might have some Missouri watchers. Go see Bill.
We do have I'll be in March 19th, we got Harmful Content Comedy. You'll be on my contest that I'm hosting on the 26th too. You made the finals on that.
Yeah.
Detox Lounge.
Yeah, despite the
I almost wish I wouldn't have.
Yeah, I know the feeling.
That's what edibles are for.
It's a sober lounge, damn it. No, but fucking
California sober.
Yeah. Okay, Demi. April 9th, I will be hosting the Nebraska Libertarian Party Convention. It's official. That's all done. So I'll be emceeing that, and then we'll be doing a show that night. Where is it? North Platte?
North fucking Platte.
Probably know what city it's in. So yeah, if y'all are coming to that, we'll have a comedy show that night. I'm 95% sure we have the location locked down, but I'll have to double check. But yeah, we'll be having that, and I'll be hosting that. So I mean, dude, if I'll set up and do it on the fucking street, I really don't give a shit. If I'm going all the way out there, I'm gonna do stand up, and then other places that no one cares to hear about. So
we'll plug them next week as they come up. Yeah.
Yeah, that's all. Well, I don't think we have listeners in Emporia, Kansas, so that's a fat.
You never know.
Chance. So, but yeah, so that's all we got. Dre, do you want to plug anything? I guess just our sponsor. Or?
Yeah, definitely go check out. I already forgot the name
Guns.
of it.
DE Guns. Unprofessional.
So unprofessional.
They have the biggest guns. They're not just the biggest gun store. They also sell the biggest guns. Do you ever want a gun that's 15 feet? Like, they have one. Go check them out. I promise you.
This gun will give you a hand job while you're shooting it. Like, it's that fucking, that's the kind of manufacturing they got. It's that German engineering, man. So,
sweet.
Oh, check out my other podcast, Bread and Circuses. Yeah, that one's fun too. So,
also, Sunday nights, sports balls. I do a sports show on Sunday nights, even though I don't watch sports and I know nothing about it. I think my job on the show is just to derail the conversation.
All right. I have me as a guest sometime because I don't watch sports either. So I think you and that would be amazing.
I do watch sports, so I would just be boring. So,
well, we don't talk about real sports either.
Oh, okay. You don't talk about like football, basketball, baseball.
No, not typically.
Oh, okay.
What do you talk about? Air hockey?
Stockton a bot. a lot last week.
John Stockton.
What is
You're talking
it?
about
Table
bowling?
tennis and air hockey?
But I mean, like, well, we found a thing where these fucking Asians turned ironing into a sport, and they were speed ironing. We
Those clever
discussed that.
Japanese.
So, like, it's shit that could be a sport, but it's not.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Gotcha.
By the way,
That
for
sounds
anybody
fun.
watching, never watch the Olympics again. Fuck that shit.
Fuck the Olympics.
Yeah,
I'm
fuck
all
the
for
Olympics.
it. Yeah, it's fucking boring.
Like, you only turn it on and cheer for America because these people fell out of their mom near where you live. It's
Yep.
the dumbest reason in the world to like anything.
Yep, I agree.
Well, and let's not discount the amount of money that is spent and wasted on the Olympics when it could be put to such better use.
None of it
every
goes-
city loses money.
None of it
Loses
goes-
money. They spend billions building these,
Yeah,
theaters and whatnot for the Olympics to happen in their war-torn shithole countries while people are starving in the streets. But, you got a hotel there for a month and a half and a facility for people to do sports in. Awesome sauce. It only costs your country $2 billion, $3,
Dick
$4, $5
measuring
billion.
contest.
Yep. And it's just not okay. It's a waste.
The concept is outdated.
Yes.
Very.
I almost like if Trump were still president, we would have boycotted the Chinese Olympics and he would have held like his own games. And that actually might have been exciting.
That would
Like
have been
the
fucking
Trump
cool.
games.
I mean, they
all the
currently have
states
concentration
compete.
camps going on. So yeah, let's
All-
give them more money and
all
let's
the
support them.
All the states compete. Imagine like California playing Idaho in basketball.
Can you? Oh my God, that would have
That's
been the
thing.
best.
The sports that really matter, we don't need the rest of the world to compete with us.
Nope.
We're already the fucking greatest.
Right. Football, basketball,
You-
baseball. Yeah. Europe's caught up on basketball, but this is not a sports podcast, so I'll talk about that somewhere else. But
Yeah, you can
Yeah,
find
we
me
were
Sunday
doing it.
nights on Sports Balls, Eargasm Comedy Network.
fuck yeah.
Orgasm. I love it.
All right. Well, we're gonna get going. Peace
All
the
right,
fuck
guys.
out,
Thanks
y'all.
for
for having
tuning
me.
in.
Thanks for coming on, Bill.
Anytime, Bell. We'll see you guys next week.
Yep. Deuces.